In the quaint and charming city of Key West, Florida, there exists a mysterious and eerie tale that has captured the imaginations of locals and visitors alike. This story revolves around a seemingly innocuous doll named Robert, yet its history is shrouded in sinister and a haunted aura that has persisted for decades. The tale begins in the late 19th century when a prominent and affluent family, the Otto family, resided in a grand Victorian home in Key West. The patriarch of the family, Thomas Otto, was a well-known and respected artist in the community, and his wife Minnie was a socialite who enjoyed hosting lavish gatherings. Their home, now known as the Artist House, was filled with art, culture, and the laughter of their young son Robert Eugene Otto. Little Gene, as he was affectionately called, was a creative and imaginative child who spent much of his time playing in the lush gardens surrounding the house. In 1904, the Otto family employed a Bahamian servant who was well-versed in the mystical arts and black magic. The servant, rumored to have harbored ill feelings towards the Otto family, decided to unleash a malevolent force upon them. As a gift for young Gene, the Bahamian servant presented him with a handmade doll. Crafted with skill and attention to detail, the doll stood about 3 feet tall, had beady black eyes, and was dressed in a sailor suit. Gene, delighted with his new companion, decided to name the doll Robert, after himself. Little did he know that this seemingly innocent act would set in motion a series of bizarre and haunting events. Shortly after receiving the doll, Gene became inseparable from his new friend. He would carry Robert with him everywhere, often engaging in lengthy conversations with the inanimate companion. Strangely, witnesses claimed they could hear responses in a different voice, as if Robert was communicating back. The first sign of the doll's supernatural nature manifested in peculiar and unsettling ways. Furniture would be rearranged in Gene's room when no one had been inside, and disembodied giggles echoed through the halls of the Otto residence. Minnie, increasingly concerned about the strange occurrences, would enter Gene's room only to find Robert sitting in a different position or with a changed expression. As the disturbances escalated, the Otto family began experiencing a string of misfortunes. Local lore suggests that neighbors would see Robert moving from window to window when the Otto family was away, peering out as if observing the surroundings. Gene's behavior also became increasingly erratic, and he would blame mischievous acts on Robert, claiming that the doll had a life of its own. The Otto family's servants became uneasy, often reporting that they felt an otherworldly presence in the house. Some claimed to have seen the doll blink or heard it moving in the night. The air in the Otto residence was thick with tension, and rumors began to circulate throughout the community about the haunted doll that resided in the artist's house. One of the most disturbing aspects of Robert the Doll legend is the idea that the doll had a malevolent influence over Gene. Visitors to the Otto household would recount witnessing Gene fly into fits of rage, blaming Robert for his own violent outbursts. The Otto family's social life suffered as a result, with guests feeling uneasy in the presence of the eerie doll. As the years passed, Gene Otto grew into adulthood, but his connection with Robert remained unbroken. He inherited the family home and continued to live there with his wife Anne. Despite pleas from Anne to remove the doll from their home, Gene insisted that Robert was alive and demanded a room solely for the doll's occupancy. The room became a sort of shrine, adorned with toys, furniture, and an artwork dedicated to Robert. After Gene's death in 1974, the eerie tale of Robert the Doll took a new twist. The artist's house was eventually sold, and the new owners reported strange occurrences. They claimed to hear disembodied laughter and footsteps in the hallways, and visitors insisted that Robert's expression changed when they looked into his glass eyes. Recognizing the historical and supernatural significance of Robert, The doll was eventually donated to the East Martello Museum in Key West, where it remains on display to this day. The museum staff and visitors have continued to share tales of bizarre and unexplained phenomena associated with the doll. Some claim that cameras and electronic devices malfunction in Robert's presence, while others report feeling an eerie energy emanating from the doll. The question that lingers in the minds of those intrigued by this haunted tale is, why is Robert the doll so haunted? That was actually my question as well. Theories abound, with some attributing the paranormal activity to the alleged curse placed upon the doll by the Bahamian servant. According to local legend, the servant imbued the doll with dark magic, allowing a malevolent spirit to take residence within it. Others believe that the intense emotional connection between Jean and the doll created a psychic link, granting Robert a form of supernatural sentience. This connection, some argue, is what allowed the doll to influence Jean's behavior and manipulate the physical world around it. The idea that the doll could absorb negative energy and project it into its surroundings adds an extra layer of mystery to the story. Skeptics, on the other hand, attribute the reported paranormal occurrences to psychological factors, suggesting that the belief in the doll's haunted nature has created a placebo effect. They argue that the power of suggestion and a predisposition to interpret random events as supernatural contribute to the enduring legend of Robert the Doll. Regardless of one's stance on the supernatural, the tale of Robert the Doll has become an integral part of Key West folklore. The haunted doll continues to draw curious visitors to the East Martello Museum, where they can witness the eerie spectacle of a doll that, according to local lore, may still harbor a mischievous spirit with its lifeless form. Whether it's a cautionary tale of the consequences of dabbling in the occult, or a testament to the power of belief, the story of Robert the Doll continues to captivate and spook those who dare to delve into its mysterious history. So, this is all I have for you today. Thanks for listening.